Big data and legal challenges. Digitalization is impacting many facets of our lives. The presence of sensors that are constantly collecting and storing data in digital format, as well as advances in computing technologies, has allowed new insights into our behaviors, notably through the use of big data technologies. Big data can have many positive impacts for our society in different domains, both in Europe and beyond. But to maximize the benefits we can reap from big data, we do need to understand the numerous and different types of legal, ethical, and social issues surrounding the collection and use of data. The EU Horizon 2020 funded project LeMO has looked into the landscape of applicable regulations and prevailing norms in Europe and has examined 16 legal, ethical, and social issues, including privacy and data protection, trust, as well as discrimination. This video provides an overview of some of the legal issues to allow you to appreciate their complexities and to foster a more informed discussion around the use of big data to improve our lives and transform our society. Issue 1. Privacy and data protection. Privacy and data protection is a persistent legal issue whenever we talk about data-driven technologies. The assurance that our data will be protected and our privacy will be respected is crucial not only for generating trust in big data technologies, but also for protecting our fundamental values such as democracy. The protection of data and privacy, however, need to be delicately balanced with the interest of society to benefit from technological advancements. In Europe, the General Data Protection Regulations, also known as GDPR, provide a comprehensive framework for privacy and protection of data. However, some concepts, principles, and obligations under the GDPR can pose a challenge for the uptake and implementation of big data technologies. Requirements such as data minimization and data portability can be difficult to reconcile with big data. In this context, finding a balance between the competing interests at stake is extremely important. Such a balance may be possible if we remember that privacy is not an absolute right, and that the principle of proportionality can and should be applied to it. Issue 2. Free flow of data. Another key legal issue relating to the big data is the free flow of data between EU member states. Over the past, data localization requirements, which necessitate that certain types of data be collected, stored, and processed nationally inside a country, have created some challenges at the EU level. In this context, the introduction of the EU Free Flow Regulation has helped increase the flow of data across EU member states. While this move is expected to create more innovation, some issues, such as the overlap of free flow regulation, which applies to non-personal data, and the GDPR, which applies to personal data, still remains to be addressed. If these issues are not addressed, they can create complexity for big data technologies, which usually rely on mixed data sets, including both personal and non-personal data. Issue 3. Data ownership. The current legal framework governing ownership of data is fragmented and rather complex. There is no specific right to the ownership of data, and the existing data-related rights such as copyright, database rights, or trade secrets do not respond to the needs of the actors in the data value cycle. Usually, the gap related to data ownership is sought to be filled by establishing contractual arrangements between parties. But this is also not ideal due to the existence of multiple data sources and numerous actors wanting to claim ownership over the data. In view of this, the need to regulate data ownership remains a highly debated topic in the EU. As we have seen, the use of big data for the benefit of society does present several challenges. Though we have captured only a few, the list of these challenges is indeed long. The EU-funded Horizon 2020 project, LeMO, is examining these issues and trying to identify how these challenges can be overcome and, where possible, converted into opportunities, especially in the transport domain. But we would like to know what you think. What actions can and should be taken to find the right balance and ensure that we can tap into the benefits of big data without making undue compromises? To know more on what LeMO is doing, you can follow the link below. Here you can also find the deliverables and research documents produced under the project. You can also follow LeMO on Twitter through the following link.